He wanted me to drive him to a place that doesn't exist. This week has been hectic. My 3 kids have the flu, my oldest was first, and then my younger 2 caught it. After a visit to the clinic, I was heading to the CVS down the street from our house for their prescriptions. Last minute, I decided to drop my kids off at home with their dad so they could rest while I went inside to pick up some Pedialyte. I consider our neighborhood safe. I've taken walks after dark and never felt afraid. Most of our neighbors are older folks who have lived here over a decade. When I pulled up to the CVS, I parked on the side parallel to our street. It's darker on that side, but the entrance is just around the corner and well lit. A man was standing outside. He walked in front of my car and I could hear him talking, but my music was kind of loud, so I figured he was on his phone or something. No red flags yet. My husband called as the man walked back toward the corner by the entrance. I got out of my car, still on the phone, updating my husband about the kids and the trip to CVS. In a very pleasant voice, the man says, "Hey, I got a question for you, you know where Main Street is?" Thinking he just needed